Yo, what's good, y'all? You dub back at it again here in 2019. Following up on my last video, which addressed the fall of the Jedi Order. Like I said, there's a lot more Star Wars content I need to catch up on. Episode 9 coming out in the year in December, and Rise of Skywalker. I'm actually excited. I was not as excited as I was for The Last Jedi, and I can get in once again. Um, to why I disagree with so many people on that movie. But I will say this, as I talked in the Fall of the Jedi video, the thing is, there are no Jedi orders or Sith orders anymore. There's no Jedi order or Sith order. Okay, you have Kylo Ren, who I prefer we call Ben Solo because it's his name, and you have Rey. Kylo Ren is a dark Jedi, and Rey, she's just a light side user. She's not a Jedi. Jedi Order's dead, and so is the Sith Order. People want the same old to remain. But the thing is, in one lifetime, both orders fell. Both fell, which is ridiculously incredible. Ridiculously incredible. It makes no damn sense until you look at all the factors. Now, here's the thing. There are a number of factors when these orders fell. The Sith Order, we start off with the ideology. Okay? The Sith Order had a few things of ideology that it was going for. And the first thing you have to consider is that the main thing was power, is a gaining of power. Now, there was a few different iterations of the Sith Order throughout the millennia, really. But the whole thing was the gaining of power now. And by the time it got to the age of around the Clone Wars, it was gaining of individual power. Which is not going to go over well for an order of individuals. Which that's what it was. It was an order of individuals, and it was not an order itself anymore. Also, Darth Bane's the structure of Darth Bane's Rule of Two was doomed to fail. I believe I did a video last year about that. Okay, and for those who don't know, quick recap: Rule of Two was, I believe, it was Darth Bane about, I don't want to say 1,000 years ago, maybe 2,000 years ago. It's been a little minute, but you can go look up the Star Wars lore and history. There's plenty of channels that address that, including in depth the Rule of Two. But the Rule of Two, did a video last year, the flaws of the Rule of Two. The Rule of Two was, instead of having multiple Sith Lords, because they didn't want war and chaos created, right? They were like, Darth Vader's like, yeah, have a master and apprentice. Have a sensei and apprentice, and yeah. And eventually, the apprentice kills off the sensei, and boom, the cycle repeats itself. Now, I'm not going to address all the problems in this, but that system right there was trash. Number one, I get the point of it, but it would take too long for the galactic power to be gained, which was another thing they were after. It's only two Sith Lords. I don't care how powerful Sith Lords are. You're not taking down the entire Jedi Order, which is two. You might take down most of them. You ain't taking down the whole Order. You got too many Masters, and you got the Grandmaster. Then, not only is there only two, what if one goes rogue, or what if one didn't follow plan? Which is exactly what we were having happening. Which you're getting more into with why the Order fell, but that was a big part of it. The Jedi, the Sith Rule too, was a terrible. Even though it lasted for when it lasted, it was doomed to fail. Especially considering you have power-hungry dudes like the Sith, right? Secondly, the structure. The idea. Another point of the ideology was that the Order really had no focus. It had a grand plan of conquering the galaxy. Then what? There was a no after the, okay, we conquered the galaxy. Then what? There was no plan. There was no plan. It was a pie in the sky utopian goal. That's why it never worked through all of Sith history. You conquered the galaxy. Then what? The Jedi at least had more of a plan of sustainability. That's why they would have long reigns of their influence of the galaxy, even though they had mad problems. Now, you look at it, and in the more modern era, how did things fall apart? You start with of course, with Darth Plagueis. Darth Plagueis the Wise, as Darth Sidious, Emperor Palpatine once told Anakin in Revenge of the Sith, Episode 3. Darth Plagueis was trying to find immortality. He wasn't really into following the Sith rule too, but he was trying to find immortality. He wasn't really trying to teach Sidious everything that he knew. All right, and that's just what it is. Plus, he screwed up. He was trying to play God, trying to bend the will of the Force itself. And I'm going to do a video on why I think the Force. There's no light side and dark side, but it's the Force. Even though, for simplistic terms, still say that they fall to the dark side. All right. And all of that. And I'll get into all of that in another separate video. But he was trying to build, bend the dark side to his whims. And the Force was like, nah, fam. Getting stronger in the dark side. Cool. Putting your imprint on it. Fine. That is awesome. You trying to command it? Oh, no. We ain't having that. Oh, no. You not playing God. You are mere mortal. You are no God. And that's what happened. The Force kicked back and there's a belief that Anakin was created in that regard. So there's that. Number two. Darth. Though I'll deal with Darth Sidious in a bit because he one of the ending causes, even though it wraps around with Emperor Palpatine. Number two. Darth Maul. Sith assassin instead of a Sith Lord. Instead of a true Sith apprentice, he was a Sith assassin. He was one of the most talented, I would argue, Sith of all time. Even though he was good in the Force, he wasn't great, but physically, but his lightsaber, he was ridiculous. He was a straight up killer. It was great. But the fact is, they screwed Palpatine screwed him over. Palpatine screwed him over, and which set in a chain of events a number of successors. All right. Next one, Count Dooku / Darth Tyrannus. All right. Count Dooku, while being a Sith Lord, wasn't a full-fledged Sith. He was an apprentice. Now, he was supposed to be a stepping block. But do you see the domino effect of here? First choice of Sidious's apprentice was only an assassin. The second choice of an apprentice was a stopgap measure. Was a bridge between. That ain't no, that's trash. The fact is, Count Dooku was one of the greatest dudes. Count Dooku was a former Jedi Master. Sidious screwing up. Third reason. Anakin Skywalker, who becomes Vader, becomes Darth Vader. Vader had a stupid duel versus Obi-Wan Kenobi on Mustafar. We know what happens in Revenge of the Sith. He loses his potential, but he becomes Darth Vader. He becomes powerful, but he go and become as powerful as what he is, Darth Vader. Darth Vader was a true Sith Lord. Same time, Darth Vader was guided by passion. He wasn't into the dark side like Sidious was. He was about the dark side, but he wasn't into it like Sidious was. And Sidious, like, dog, always was going to go one way or another by Darth Vader. One way or another, he was going to eventually go. So, Sidious's selection of apprentices was pure trash, which goes into Sidious. Right? Sidious ruined the galaxy. He wasn't trying to really follow the rule to at all. He was using these as pawns. Alright? He used his apprentices as pawns. One was an assassin, one was a fob, was a fake apprentice, and one was an apprentice, to a means to an end. A means to an end. And that was the biggest downfall. And lastly, Luke Skywalker. Luke Skywalker's effect. Because Sidious, and again, CS was either looking to replace Darth Vader for Luke, or Vader was looking to replace Darth Sidious with Luke as his and restore. Now, but the thing is, Luke, even though he wasn't a true Jedi, he still had his attachment to the Force enough for it to have its lasting impact. And this was Vader's son. And by that point, the Emperor Palpatine was starting to wild out, and he needed to go anyways. He was about damn near to kill the son. It's like, nah, fam, you ain't gonna kill my son. But out, gone. Thus the Sith Order fell, and then now Vader's dead, so there's no more Sith. So now we have no more Sith, because the Sidious, like this, almost a love triangle. Sidious, Luke, and Vader. Sidious fell too far to his own egocentric ways, which was always egocentric, but he went too far, and that's how he held with the dark side. Freaking Anakin, Vader, he was too much into his passion with the dark side. And then you had Luke, who wouldn't even join the dark side. So the Sith Order just completely imploded. Alright? The structure became god awful. No sensical direction of it. No view of the bigger picture. The Sith Order's downfall is a lot more streamlined. The Jedi Order's downfall is ugly. Ugly. Unexpected Wonder, like, comment, subscribe. Tell me your thoughts on the fall of the Sith Order. Who do you think was the biggest at fall? Who do you think were the major players as to why the Order fell and why it's no more? Alright, y'all. Have a beautiful day, beautiful night. Peace. And love any video suggestions you would have.